what makes stadium projects unique from office buildings or other multifamily residential buildings is just the volume and the size of the building. So the space on the interior is much larger than we might expect in a typical building. A really important part of the enclosure, particularly the facade in these buildings, is number one, the architectural image of the building. And what's really important in many enclosure designs, but particularly for stadiums, is marrying the architect's aesthetic vision for the project with the technical performance requirements for the envelope. Things like air tightness, water tightness, thermal performance, acoustics, and also being able to marry that with something that is constructible, something that is buildable within the schedule of the project, and just as importantly, the budget. Another piece that makes them very unique is you can gain a lot of economy of scale with a stadium because they are such large projects. Making small decisions on material choices and system choices will go a long way. Often there's a lot of repetition in panelization of the facade systems, lots of square footage of roofing systems, so it's really important, particularly for owners as it relates to upfront costs of material selections. Often the upfront selection of materials, the higher the upfront cost, the greater the durability and the longevity and the resiliency of the systems. Similarly, by selecting materials that have low embodied carbon, because there is so much of the material, will help to minimize the overall carbon footprint of the building. In addition, the in-service energy usage of the envelope can be critical in the performance of the building, minimizing heat loss, cooling loss, through having good thermally continuous, airtight enclosure systems. One of the most important aspects of these stadium projects is teamwork and collaboration, and we don't use that word lightly. It truly takes collaboration between many parties, from the ownership side to the design team side to the construction side, to really be able to realize these projects and make them a lasting part of a city for generations to come.